everyone, and welcome to a new video today where we're going to be talking about the best players or the top rated players in Cricket Captain 2024 for all of the New Zealand domestic players here. And today I've already come across some very interesting results. So we will go through, analyze them all. We're mainly going to be talking about the top players, not too much about the bottom, but mainly just we're talking about, statistical discrepancies or big changes that I've noticed between games that might be something to keep an eye on for this game if you are going to get Cricket Captain 2024, and who you should be kind of picking as you go through your career mode, especially if you're doing one based on New Zealand here. So, without further ado, let's start from the top. Conway at 77, Will Young 73. Now, already a couple of things different. Conway and Young are above Kane. That is in itself significant because Kane normally, from memory, is right up the top. So he's kind of dropped down on second limit 3-day stuff. Does that mean anything? I don't know. I mean, he averages tick under 55 in test match cricket, so probably not. Still, something to note. Looks like Will Young has been rated exceptionally high. 73 in the second limit 3-day stuff. Conway at 77. Very interesting there. And without playing a single test match, Finn Allen is at 66.8, second limit 3-day batting average. Again, interesting to note because he has never been that high before. Maybe this is his game to shine. Latham 65, okay. Guptill 63, okay. Ravindra obviously very high at 62, which we expected was going to happen because he's had a great 12 months. Reece Maru has an average of 63.27 because he averages just a tick under 50 in the first class format. So again, maybe he could be one for the future for sure. Glenn Phillips at 61, now rated, of course, as an all-rounder. Big change for him this year. Dylan Hunter, who I think is actually an Australian, is here playing for Canterbury. 61 he's up to. Daryl Mitchell down at 59, Nichols 58. Gareth Severin here at 57. Abbas at 57 here, averaging 42 in real first class stuff. Interesting things to note around there. Carter has really dropped down alongside O'Donnell. These two used to be right up there. And Foxcroft, not as good this year, I think. 51.74 has dropped off. I think his last year didn't help his stats. Yeah, he had a pretty rough summer last season across all formats for Otago, that's for sure. And as a result, this has kind of hurt his second limit 3-day stuff. Nonetheless, those are sort of the top players. I think the main people to point out here would be Maru. Maru has climbed significantly alongside Finn Allen, and Will Young and Conway being above Kane might say something because that is unusual. I don't think I've seen them up there before. Ravindra again being this high is expected, so he's going to be very good obviously in this game. His bowling I think will probably be nerfed this game. I must mention that as a warning for those wanting to use his bowling. I think his bowling will be slightly tweaked to be a little bit more realistic and less powerful, but that's kind of how it is. His batting is very good, so that makes sense. And yeah, so there's some up-and-coming players there to note in the second 11 3-day stuff. Now let's go to bowling average here. Matthew Fisher is the best bowler in the second 11 stuff. Ray Toole, Ben Lister, Duffy, Tickner, and then Jameson. Jameson dropping down a bit, but then again, he's quality. We know he's quality. He's just mainly been out with a back fracture. That's the main reason he's dropped that low. Michael Ray, Trent Boult, and Will O'Rourke has climbed his way up this list. No surprises, really. He had a tremendous summer across the board for New Zealand. 11 wickets at 17. Great start to his international career. Big prospect for New Zealand, that's for sure. Sears is up here as well. Lots of good pace bowling between, Southey, Henry here as well. Nathan Smith in the mix too. Simon Keane has really dropped down. He's been found out maybe at first class level with the ball. I'm not entirely sure, but again, I think if you have a look at his last year, oh dear, 3 games at 152 average. Yeah, so he had a bad year, and it's really put a damper on his performance across his career because he used to be a New Zealand prospect. A little bit less so, it seems, already here. But that is the second 11 3-day stuff. Interesting finds all round. Will O'Rourke is probably the standout bowler for me, who's kind of risen through the ranks, and I think he'll be an absolute gun in this game, that's for sure. Ben Sears, probably not too far behind with Nathan Smith up there as well. Let's go to the 1-day stuff then. We'll stick with the bowling again here. Sears up there again in third. ahead of Jameson, O'Rourke just behind. So again, you're seeing some patterns emerge where Will O'Rourke and Sears are right up here. Both Fisher and Toole being at the top is also something to note. Trent Boult, obviously, Sean Davey, okay. Keane's up here again, but not massively. Like, when you get into the 20s and the second 11 stuff, it's not great. Nathan Smith here, then it kind of drops off. We're noticing patterns around Ben Sears, Will O'Rourke, even Christian Clark has been up there as well, because he had a good summer last season in the New Zealand domestic stuff. With Fisher and Toole being at the top is also interesting to note. Let's go to the batting. Okay, well, Kane reigns supreme here in the one-day stuff. That is for sure. Followed closely by Will Young. Mitch Hay is right up here, though. Finn Allen again. It looks like Finn Allen's going to really improve in this game. Conway, McConkey, Chad Bowes, although I'm not sure he should be that high. Abbas again. Severin. Robinson. Tim Robinson on the list. Reese Maru again. 49. So it's pretty good. Jamal Todd striking at 116. And again, Foxcroft has really dropped away this year. Ravindra's not as good, though, in the one-day second 11 stuff. Then again, his one-day international average is 41, so he's not doing too bad, Ravindra, that's for sure. Let's move on to the T20s then and see where we go. Curtis Hemphy is averaging 62, but strikes at 94 in the second 11 T20 stuff, so that's not necessarily good. The strike rate comes into play as much as the average does. Maru is up there again, but strike rate's a little down. Neesham, pretty high up, actually. Bracewell as well. Conway. Mitchell. I guess essentially this game is saying Mitchell is our best T20 player at the moment for New Zealand. Will Young. Glenn Phillips, obviously very high up as well. Finn Allen's down here. His strike rate, again, pretty much unprecedented, although then again, he's next to Mitch Hay, who has his strike rate in the second 11 stuff. Foxcroft really dropped off. Ravindra, again, seems to be a good option in this format, though. Which brings us over to the bowling side of things, and once again, Toole tops the list. I'm not entirely sure that he's that good, but he's there. Trent Boult, of course. Jameson, Michael Ray. Fisher. Fisher might be really good this game. He's really looking like it. Christian Clark again. Ashok, very good at the T20 stuff. Will O'Rourke, right up here. Nikith Pereira as well. Lockie. Nathan Smith. Significant bowling average in the T20 side of things. Dan Ruffern's got a massive buff as well. And obviously Ben Sears is right here in the mix as well. Very interesting stuff. I think we'll just go around the teams very quickly and have a look kind of on an individual basis, because it's hard to cover everyone when it's all on one big list. But let's just go around roughly and kind of see if there's any up-and-coming players that are exciting for New Zealand sort of saves if you're going around the grounds. Mackenzie's an interesting one. He is much better than Ryan Harrison. 39 to 28. Does that stay up? 38 to 24. Ben Lister's second 11 3-day average is quite high. I suppose it is his strongest format, so that does make sense. But yes, that is something to note for Auckland players as well. A lot of the other bowlers are going to struggle, I think, but he will do quite well. It looks like it. If we do a quick update on the actual professional stats, let's go through and have a look at the best averages going around. Obviously, Kane Williamson at the top. Tom Bruce, 49.53, one of our best first-class players. Yet to play a test match, though. Reese Maru had quite the season. 8 games, 49 average now. As an opening bat, that's pretty good. Gareth Severin at 47.55. Mitch Hay, 46. Conway, 46 as well. Clark at 42. Chapman, 42. Abbas, 42. Greg Hay has just retired, I believe. Glenn Phillips, 41. Average, first class. Mackenzie at 41. Ravindra, 40. Will Young at just slightly below at 39. And actually, the biggest mover is probably Dale Phillips. Last year, 49 average, 686 runs. Well played to him. Let's take a look at the wickets then. Oh, the bowling averages get really skewed. Jordan Sussex, 19 wickets at 14. That is pretty significant stuff from just 3 games, 19 wickets. That's crazy. Sean Davey, 56 at 19. Obviously, Jameson up here. Matt Henry, one of our most consistent and best. Foxcroft has still got pretty decent bowling, though. 44 at 24. Zach Folkes, 39 at 24. Joe Hull, 7 at 25. Will O'Rourke, 61 at 26. So, yep, right up there. And obviously, Matt Fisher. Nathan Smith, 117. Good stuff. And Ben Sears there, too. Now we turn our attention to the one-day stuff. And Parks, best one-day average in the country right now, 53. Clark, 46. Schmoolian at 45. Conway, Worker. Will Young up here. Greg Hay again at 40. Mitchell at 40, nothing too crazy other than Parks is actually very high. And the bowling side of things, again, things are skewed, but Cameron Paul has got 4 wickets at an average of 12 in just 2 games. Davey, 19 at 20. Will O'Rourke up there, 42 at 20. Christian Clark, 34 at 21. Zach Folkes, haven't seen his second 11 stuff, actually, but he must have been in the mix. And let's look at the T20 players, the top T20 players in the country, batting average-wise. Foxcroft still right up there, despite his poor season. Robbie O'Donnell, Fletcher, 35. Phillips, 32. Bevan Jacobs burst onto the scene, 33.5 average, striking at a eye-watering 188.7. My goodness me, that is crazy. 40% of his runs were sixes. Wow. So that's probably the biggest mover of this lot here. Jacobs slotting into this list in his first Super Smash season. Great work there. Folks, I mean, he's another big mover. 2 back-to-back good seasons with the ball, averaging 15. I mean, that's just crazy. Economy is 6.94. That is sensational. It really is. He is probably the biggest mover on this list. Otherwise, Lennox. Good T20 record. Joe Walker's up there, which surprises me. Ben Sears again, doesn't, underneath 20. So those are the biggest domestic movers going around, just to kind of show off some names that have done well in the last season or 2 and have kind of pushed their names up there for average-wise. I'll just quickly flick through who's got the best batting averages across test match stuff. There you go. I'll just show you the list. I don't really have to delve too much into it, but you can see sort of the big movers being players like Ratchin, Nichols being moved down, and Will O'Rourke has the best bowling average at 17 now, with Glenn Phillips tied. That is a quick overview of the top-rated players roughly in Cricket Captain 2024 if we're basing it off second 11, 3-day, T20, and 1-day stats for both batting and bowling. Let me know down in the comments your thoughts on these ratings in the game. Who should have been higher, who should have been lower, and who are you most excited to play with in the New Zealand domestic system if you get around to picking these players up. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe for more Cricket Captain 2024 content. We have plenty more on the way. Thank you to all the members who support the channel. It is greatly appreciated. And until the next video, everyone, take care.